already? You're all gonna stop at the same time? Yep. Ah!
I see symbols of encapsulation in every weapons class. This is not one of them. That's what he's after.
People are coming for you. What did they just say? Oh?
This isn't platoon. It's worse than that, goddammit.
I'm gonna have an accident? That's... What the fuck? It's a breathing? Someone breathing?
Living in the capital of the fire truck, right? Told you that. Don't think I was really in the BMW.
It happened, yes, you know that it
Listen to me,
happened.
three. I can help you. Two. Go! This one's a bullet to the head. The car! The BMW, I locked it in the BMW. Check, this is the real. You'll know before I go.
What? You're there and there?
I hope you'll be happy. Where you go? Boston.
You said not the same person?
3, 2, 1. Next door is one.
Out. Oh, yes! Oh, fuck. That was a good one.
At every stage, you know too much. I'm going to ask you again. Did you talk?
Now you're adopting him since beginning.
Pincer movement. And on space and time. Half his team moves forward through the event, and monitors them, and then attacks at the end moving back. He's gonna die. Stand it up for us.
Ready?
Can't you help her? Can you do something? Let me stabilize the inverse radiation by inviting the patient. I'm taking her through. I'm not gonna let her die. I'll take my chances.
You're gonna enter into that?
We'll find another machine. A week ago? Where? Oslo. What's happened? We need to save her here and now. If you go back out there, you might have exactly what's after.
You were the car who had an accident, no? Perfect.
First case of hypothermia from a gasoline explosion in history.
Nah.
At this point, nothing surprises. It's the algorithm. 241 is one section of it. 1 out of 9 formula. Rendered into physical form so it can't be copied or communicated.
Which means?
Black box, one function, 2 directions of time, becoming more intertwined. Because the environment essentially flows in our direction. We dominate.
Tenet?
It can invert the entropy of the world. How does that happen? Oh, everyone and everything is ever lived, destroyed, instantly. Precise enough? Including my son.
The end of the world? Who are you? Are you the one who saved him, who helped during the first scene? Are you coming from the future
If they destroy us,
to save us all?
It's bringing us to the grandfather paradox.
You know the fact that he knows so much?
What's the answer? There's no answer. It's paradox. But in the future, those in power clearly believe you can kick grandpa downstairs without consequence.
The guy that you both thought, is it you? Yourself? It is! You're fighting yourself. To film that, to edit that part, It's so exciting to watch, but to do it, for sure it was wonderful. You know what you have to do. You already did it. You recognized him. He wasn't shocked, like he almost knew it.
You knew it was me coming out of that vault. Why didn't you say? It's got to restrain when someone's about to put a blow at your own brain. Tap, tap. If I told you they acted differently, who knows?
The scientist who built it took her own life so she wouldn't be forced to meet another.
A scientist in the future.
Generations from now. Cheery bells. Splitting the algorithm into 9 sections and hiding them the best place she can think of.
The past. Why did they choose him?
Because he was the
That first thing, which was sent to you, it was payment for his mission, his life mission.
I'm the protagonist of this operation.
You are a protagonist.
Yes, you're not the main character writer of this movie, yes, but not of the story.
His death activates the algorithm. He dies, the world ends. No one dares kill him.
Some tending kind of life. Inoperable pancreatic cancer.
Because of his
He's
first
taking
job.
the world with him.
It was Max and he flew off, but I don't know what day it was.
It's the 14th, 10 days ago. He was in Ukraine. At the Kiev upper siege.
Were you the girl who jumped from the yacht?
You're not there to kill him. You're the backstop. If we don't lift that algorithm and he kills himself, he takes us all with him.
Just keep up your end, okay?
Time for us to go. We can't
What?
work another day. Give me some time to get back in Vietnam.
Was it necessary, that kiss? I was almost gonna say it's great to have a man and woman relationship, which is not a love relationship, a love interest. Such a mess. Oi, oi. To think about it and to do it again, it's so exciting to see it, but to write it and to make it, it's insane, it's so cool. What? It looks like someone warning you.
See if he's got a grenade.
The guy who saved you into the opera. Are you that guy?
How can they want to kill us? Because their oceans are also every man's right. Don't you see? They have no choice but to turn back.
It's insane. Oh, that's right, it was you! And it was a warning.
Enough business, my love.
Nope. Bye, Jedi. I'm sorry. It came out like that.
You're dying alone, Andre. I'm not the woman who could find nothing even though you're scarred on the inside. The vengeful bitch you scarred on the outside.
You know that she's coming from the future. Ew! Didn't you kill him too soon? Continue, continue, continue! escape that boat. It was you since the beginning. You were jealous of yourself, my dear.
Hide it. The end of life. It's the only way to be sure.
You're really gonna do it?
Maybe that's every man's decision to make for himself. Are you really going back in? I'm the only one who can get that door open in time, right, Ives? I don't know any locksmiths as good as you. See you in there again. Leave me another pass in the fabric of this mission.
It's you. It's you. I knew it! That it was you! I guessed it a long time ago.
But can we change things if we do it different? What's happened's happened. Just an expression of faith in the mechanics of the world. Not an excuse to do nothing. Faith? Call it what you want. What do you call it? Reality. Hey, you never did tell me who recruited you, Neil. How many guess by now? You did. Years ago for me. Years from now for you. You've known me for years.
Yes.
I think it's the end of a beautiful friendship.
But for me, it's just the beginning.
Cooperation to temporal pizza.
Oh!
Yours! I'll see you at the beginning, friend.
Nah. No, I don't see no right. It's enough. It was already a lot. Guys, I have so many things to say. So many things. It was brilliant. It was brilliant. I'm gonna come back to the story, to all of that thing about playing with the time and all. But it was brilliant already by how it was done, how it was filmed, how it was on screen. Visually, it was good pictures all along, with good moments. I told you during an uncut scene, I told you during another moment, all of these moments, in fact, you know, with reversing stuff, you have to imagine how interesting it is, you know, to think about it, to write it, to make it on screen, to work for it. I'm not thinking only for the actors and actresses, but I'm thinking also about the realization, to think about it, to think it, you know, each of these scenes, so you know for sure that visually they're gonna work. It's insane, the work behind all of these scenes. But even without these reversed scenes, the picture is really good all along the movie. The musics, not only during the big action moments, you know, for sure you have epic musics like you have into all shows and movies now, but I'm talking really about the environment music, the sounds, the environment sounds that you have all along the movie. It's music, in fact, you know, because it's played, it's not only the sound of the streets, no, it's music, it's environment musics, and they are so fucking well done, because it's made, I don't know with what it's made. Sometimes I recognized an heartbeat, sometimes I recognized someone breathing really hard, but it's so well mixed and done around all of that, around the moment, that it's not too much, you know, during this moment, it's not pushing too much the emotions, pushing too much the moment and all. It's not guiding neither the emotions, it's amplifying them. And sometimes, you know, the stress that we had because of the action, because of the moment, was amplified by that music. It was not pushed, it was not guided. We were not told to be stressed because of the music, like it's the case when it's badly done. No, right there, everything was well done, and really, the musics all along this movie impressed me as much as the pictures, the reverse scenes, but also all of the other ones. They thought about so many good scenes. Again, we have the uncut moment, but it's just an example of all of the things that they did well. Like, it's amazing. So visually, I'm already impressed. I don't know the word for that, but with the music, I'm already impressed. With the story, guys, I told you in intro that I thought that I was gonna watch an action movie with an agent, you know, doing some action stuff, like not a James Bond, but something like that. You know me, you know that I'm watching trailers, but I'm not searching for information about stuff that I'm gonna watch and all, because I love to be surprised by shows, by movies. On screen, you know, for television shows and all, for my channel, you know that I'm reacting to plenty of shows, but also in general in life, with the movies, you know, that I watch in theaters and stuff like that. I'm searching for the basic stuff, I'm watching one trailer, maybe not, just I'm reading what it's about, who is playing into it, and that's all. I want to be surprised. So clearly, believe me when I'm telling you that right there, I didn't know at all that we would have a sci-fi situation, like playing with time and that much, and to go so far with it, with writing about it, with imagining all of that about it. It's insane. I think that I need a little time to try to know if everything is working, because you know that, maybe you don't know it, but you're gonna know it, in shows and movies which are playing with time, it's the hardest thing, you know, to make everything logical, going well. Like right there, I was thinking about her at the end. Okay, you're jumping from that boat, and the symbolic behind that, it's so great, you know, the fact that she was jealous of that woman who could jump out of that boat, you know, who could escape from him, and in fact, since the beginning, she was that woman. That's really good, you know, but I'm wondering, because you can't tell me that that woman, it's her, but it's her from the past. When she's gonna disappear into that woman's future, her from the present time who was into the past, she just has, you know, to replace herself when herself she's gonna disappear. Do you understand what I mean? Like, at some point, she's gonna disappear, so her who went from the past, she can just take the place, you know, she can hide during 2 weeks and then take her own place. Do you understand what I mean? It can work like that, but I'm not so sure, because you acted into your own past. I mean, you changed your past. This woman, when she's gonna get into that boat, she's gonna find her husband dead. Like, it's creating a situation like you broke the time, you changed the past. I'm not sure. That's why I'm saying that for that kind of movies and shows, it's so rough to do things right that at the end they can't do everything right, because yes, it's impossible, and right there I think that for that it's not working. For all of the reversed situations, that was so insane. When you think about it, you know, all of that thing about the trucks, the cars, all of that, you know, them riding cars and trucks were reversed or not, you were reversed or not. We saw that scene once, and after that a second time, but with another side. Like the moment, you know, into that airport when there are art place, I don't know the good word for that. Same, we saw it once, we saw it twice, but with another angle. It's insane, it's truly insane. Again, to do it, to think about it, to create it and all, it's insane. I think that these particular scenes, they are working. You know, reversing times right there for them, for the cars, trucks situation, for the moment, you know, when he's threatening to kill her, and after that, for the moment into the airport, at the beginning and at the end. I think that it's functioning well. But yes, I'm wondering more about all of the other stuff that you are selling with that. Again, that woman who is coming into that boat at the end, she found her husband dead. Her reality is not the reality that she had, you know, into the movie. And it's a little the same for him, and even more for Neil. Neil, I guessed that he came from the future. I guessed that he was the guy who saved you into the opera. I guessed also that right there he was the one who opened the door at the right moment. I didn't guess, you know, that he was recruited by him, you know, into the future, like it happened like that. I don't know what I thought in that moment, but right there they can make plenty of movies. based on that, you know, based on that logic, they can make at least one or two about the ones into the future who are trying so much to have the algorithm, who are paying that much to have that, about the scientist who created that mechanism, about plenty of stuff can be explored in new movies with still the main character working on it, discovering people, meeting people that maybe is gonna meet into the future for the past, etc. Including Neil. For me, they made that movie, and in particular the character of Neil, and in fact all of the story based on that. It's almost, you know, like, no, not that much, but you know, if you think about Terminator, from the future they are trying to do things into the past. Right there, it's a little the same. You can do plenty of movies talking about this person into the future who are trying to attack you into the past. Why right there you stop them, but they're gonna try to do new stuff, like they're gonna try to stop you again. The character of Neil, we're gonna want, you know, to meet him into the future. Like, for me, you can do other movies based on that. The reason why they want to attack, it's an ecological one, you know. Right there, you know, the fact that he's saying it like that into that big speech and all, it sounds epic, it sounds legitimate. Is it really? I'm not saying that they are not doing it for that reason, but only for that reason. If they have all of this money, if they have, you know, to pay him and to organize all of that, if they have all of that, you know, to go into the past and all, I think that you can have the resources and everything that you can to survive and to find solutions. I'm into the future. Okay, the planet is dying. I know a way to get back into the past. I'm not gonna be like, let's destroy the planet. No, I'm gonna be like, let's go back. Let's try to stop things, you know, before the planet going into that state. And if we can't, let's think about a way to work on the resources, to find a way to replicate the resources. Like, clearly, if we have the technology to go back into the past, we can have the technology to replicate resources and all. Or if there are really that bad, you know, bad people at the base of this organization, come back into the past and steal the resources. There are bad people, they don't care. Like, I'm not sure that it's functioning, and that's why I'm not sure that it's the only reason for them to come back into the past, destroy their own planet, so their own existence. You want to destroy all humanity, all of the planet, so yourself also. But I'm pretty sure that, yes, you can do plenty of movies based on that idea. It felt great to discover that movie and to have that idea and to discover what you can create around that idea. I mean, it felt great, like it felt, I was gonna say new. You can tell me that it's not new for movies and shows to play with time, but it felt new how they did it with all of the reversed scenes, objects, you know, all of that situation. Something new on screen, a new story, a new universe, new possibilities, things that you can create around that. I think almost, you know, like the first movie Matrix, it can be created like for itself. You can stop right there, or you can create more after that. And no matter what, for the idea behind it, this universe that you created around it, it's interesting, it's new. It's not new because we are talking about people fighting with government, political situations, with destroying the world, you have to save the world and all. At the end you can tell me that it's not new, but it's really about the ideas behind that, behind the story, but also behind how it's filmed. Again, a little like the first movie Matrix. It was new to film things like that, you know, with the slow motions during fights and all, but also that idea about the matrix, about what you can do into it, that, and right there it's a little the same. I'm seeing really a little the same, just for how it's done and the impact that it can have. It's cool, it's so cool, I'm so glad. I'm gonna, God, that's gonna be hell, you know, for me to edit that, to put that on YouTube. It's gonna be hell, like really, I'm gonna, to cut into it. Really, if you want the version that I wanted you guys to see, come on my Patreon. For sure it's gonna be a long reaction part. But on YouTube it's gonna be such a short one in comparison of all of what I wanted you guys to see. Oh, I'm gonna spend entire days working on that video. Just to get into it, you know. Okay, it's all for you and for me for today, so it's all for me for now, so bye for now. Bye. It was cool. It was so cool.
Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me that you built a time machine?
Great.